I have lymphedema. I developed it right after a bilateral mastectomy almost 4 years ago.
Lymphedema is a disease where the body's lymphatic system is damaged, creating swelling, loss of mobility, and serious infections.
Those first couple of days when I was recovering in the hospital, I could feel these strange feelings in my hands and in my forearm.
Instead of standing by and waiting for a cure, she took on a new role. Today, Kathy Bates serves as a national spokesperson for the Lymphatic Education and Research Network.
And I make this promise to you today, I will fight for us.
Kathy Bates has even gone to the halls of Congress to raise awareness.
We lobbied 65 congressmen and senators. We had doctors with us who could explain the science behind what we're facing.
Seeing a celebrity like Kathy Bates come out and say, this is something that's painful, I'm putting this out there because I want others to do the same, then maybe I can do that.
More suffer from this than MS, muscular dystrophy, ALS, Parkinson's, and AIDS combined. And the average physician spends about 15 minutes during their training on this disease, which means it is probably one of the most underdiagnosed and underreported syndromes in all of medicine.
And I don't say any of this to scare you. But I really do want people to be aware because, for example, when you say that doctors don't know how to diagnose it, there was a patient recently who had a hysterectomy, and because lymph nodes were taken during that process, developed lymphedema in both legs. And she went to her doctor, and he said, there is no such thing as lymphedema. Go home, stand on your hands, and that way you can drain the fluid from your legs.
Yeah. There's primary lymphedema, there's secondary lymphedema. Primary can be genetic.
That's right.
Secondary is usually pursuant to a surgical procedure, to particularly cancer procedures. So it can happen even with very young children if there's a genetic component, and that's its onset. Now, Kathy has a ton of fans, but she is the #1 fan of a 10-year-old girl named Emma. Take a look at why.
Emma Detlefson, our youth ambassador, worked a real miracle last year when she appeared before the New York State Legislature.
Hi, I'm Emma and I have lymphedema.
Her presence so moved the lawmakers. They realized that something had to be done to help those of us suffering with lymphatic diseases.
Kathy sent her a personalized letter, and it just thanked her for showing up and said that the reason we were going to get money from the state was because of Emma's appearance. The end of that letter is like great foreshadowing. It says, I hope someday we meet.
And they did just that. Months later, Kathy and Emma met for the first time.
You've got your purple cape on. Yeah. You look beautiful.
Emma Detlefson, who has primary lymphedema, works as an advocate with Kathy to raise money for awareness, and she actually joins us right now on Polycom. So, Emma, how are you?
I'm good.
So, Emma, tell us what it was like first to get to meet Kathy.
Well, I was nervous at first because she is like a movie star, but it was really exciting. And we had a good time in Washington, D.C., and it was a special moment for my family.
I understand that you were born with lymphedema in your legs. So what do you do to take care of that?
I wear my garments during the day, and I wrap at night. And I go to my therapist once a week. She's a certified lymphedema therapist. And I use my pump when my lymphedema gets really bad.
Thank you for talking about this.